Disney Vacation Club has a program called Dream It Forward that can benefit members and non-members alike. In this video, we'll go over your basic need-to-know information about how the Dream It Forward program works, and we'll go over the reward that my partner and I got in summer of 2023. Welcome back to the Pixie Dust PhD channel. I'm Jacqueline. If you are new around here, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can then ring the bell icon to receive notifications whenever I upload new videos. And thanks to everyone who's liked the video, commented down below, and shared with friends. All of your interactions really helps out in the eyes of the YouTube algorithm. The comment section on YouTube is the best place to find me, but if you want to chat outside of YouTube, you can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at PixieDustPhD. And if you'd like to support the channel in other ways, links to tip me on Ko-Fi and my Amazon Associates link are in the description below. Let's get to it. Dream It Forward is essentially a referral program for Disney Vacation Club. Existing Disney Vacation Club members can refer non-members to join Disney Vacation Club. There are perks for both sides in this case. When non-members join Disney Vacation Club with a qualifying purchase through a Dream It Forward referral, they can save $500 on that purchase. As of when I'm filming this, the fine print on the Dream It Forward website does indicate that has to be at least a 150-point purchase directly through Disney for Aulani, Riviera Resort, or the Grand Floridian. Do note though that these terms can change at any time, so you should refer to the official website for the most up-to-date information and honestly talk to the DVC guide, who's the DVC salesperson. And while the non-member gets to save a little bit of money if they buy into Disney Vacation Club, the existing member gets a gift from Disney Vacation Club. This is of course subject to change and has changed a lot over time. The referring existing member does also have to be a resident of the United States. The process is pretty straightforward. Existing members can log into Disney Vacation Club and go to their Dream It Forward page. From there, you do have a personalized link that you can email out to your friends or family who are interested in Disney Vacation Club. That being said, in my experience, that link is not enough. The non-member will need to relay some identifying information about the existing member to their DVC guide. I've been told this identifying information can be something like the email that the existing member uses to log into DVC with, their phone number that they signed up with, or their name and zip code. And once that referral process has been initiated, that overall referral is good for about 12 to 13 months. This means that the non-member has about a year to go ahead and execute a contract with Disney Vacation Club if they want to take advantage of the Dream It Forward savings. That being said, so long as Dream It Forward continues to exist in the future, I didn't see anything in the fine print that would prevent an existing member from continuously referring a non-member year after year if they need more time to decide or to save up some money. That's pretty much an overview of the whole process. I do think it's fairly straightforward. If you are a non-member looking to buy into Disney Vacation Club directly through Disney, I would highly suggest that you speak to your DVC guide and see if the purchase that you're interested in qualifies for Dream It Forward. If it does, in my mind, there's basically no reason why you wouldn't go after that. It's an extra $500 in savings for very little effort on your end. If you don't know a current Disney Vacation Club member, I'm happy to provide you a little bit of identifying information so you can get your Dream It Forward discount. If you do want to pursue that, I ask that we exchange private or direct messages on Twitter, Instagram, or email. If I don't already follow you on one of those social media accounts though, your message is going to get filtered out to another folder and I don't get alerts for that, so I might not see it right away. Your best bet is then to leave a comment down below and let me know that you're going to message me on whatever platform and you're interested in Dream It Forward. We've recently had a couple of people reach out for this. Cheers to Bill and Christina. I hope your purchase goes well, and thanks for thinking of me for Dream It Forward as a small way to give back to the channel. And like I mentioned earlier, if the non-member does go ahead and make a qualifying purchase through a Dream It Forward referral, then that referring member does get a small gift as a thank you from Disney Vacation Club. These gifts are of course subject to change, but I'm going to tell you about the one that my partner and I received in the summer of 2023. We were asked to provide our Dream It Forward referral information to a couple of non-members in about mid-June, and then our gift was delivered on July 3rd. We received a $150 dining promo card. It's basically an electronic gift card, except for it is limited to be used only at certain dining locations. But we have the barcode in our email, we can add it to our cell phone mobile wallet, all that kind of stuff. And this expires about 1 year from issuance. We received ours again on July 3rd, 2023, and it expires on July 2nd, 2024. The dining promo card can be used at select participating locations across Disney resorts. This includes Disneyland Resort, Walt Disney World, Aulani, Vero Beach, and Hilton Head. The list of participating locations that include both quick service and table service restaurants, as well as some grab-and-go places like food carts. There were participating locations across basically every category that I think of Disney, so the theme parks, Disney Springs, as well as the resorts. And of course, these are subject to change. I will leave a link with the valid locations in the comments down below, though I do believe you have to have a Disney Vacation Club login to view it. So for the rest of the video, we are going to go over the list of valid locations. I'm not going to read every single restaurant aloud, so if you are interested, feel free to pause the video, take a screenshot, anything like that. First, let's start at Disneyland Resort out in California. The participating locations at Disneyland Park seem to be extremely thorough. To the best of my knowledge, this was just about every quick service and table service restaurant, as well as a lot of grab-and-go places. Even food carts like the lemonade carts and the turkey carts were specified as participating here. The only obvious omission to me was it did seem like a couple of the Toontown locations were excluded. I am not a Disneylander though. I've only been to that park once in my adult life, so if any of you Disneyland heavy folks know better, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think is missing. I bolded a few locations here that subjectively I think would either be a great use of your dining promo, they may be more expensive, or it's just fun that they're included. You can get all the Dole Whips you want at Tropical Hideaway. $150 worth of Dole Whips is quite a few. Or if you wanted to make a more expensive meal far more affordable with your dining promo, check out Blue Bayou. That is, if you can snag a reservation. Similarly, at the other theme park at Disneyland Resort, Disney California Adventure, it felt like just about everything was included. I believe a reservation at proper Carthay Circle is excluded, but you can do Carthay Circle Lounge alfresco dining. Another participating location that piqued my interest is Lamplight Lounge. Plus, the Lunar New Year marketplaces are included, which is really fun, so you can go do your Lunar New Year food booth adventure on your dining promo card. 2 of the 3 hotels were listed as participating. Those were the Grand Californian and the Disneyland Hotel. If you want to have a resort day, you can use your dining promo card to make that day a little more affordable. Most of the dining locations at the Aulani Resort are also included. However, what I often see is referred to as the nicest meal at Aulani, Ama Ama, is not included, and the Luau is also not included. If you're a frequent visitor of Aulani, let me know what you think of this included versus excluded list below. I definitely am not an expert here. Over to the beach resorts, that's Vero Beach Resort and Hilton Head Island Resort. From what I can tell, all the dining locations at both of these resorts are included as valid for use for your dining promo card. And next we've got Walt Disney World. Starting at Disney Springs, I'm sure there are some places that are excluded, but you can see that actually quite a lot in Disney Springs is included, and you can use your $150 dining promo card across most places at Disney Springs. In of particular interest, some of the more upscale restaurants are even included. For example, you can use that dining promo card at the Boathouse, Homecoming, Morimoto Asia, or Wine Bar George. Or if you want, you can stock up on cookies at Gideon's. There's a lot of great options to use your dining promo card in Disney Springs, so you don't even necessarily have to enter a theme park if you don't want. Speaking of not going into a theme park, let's look at some hotels in the Walt Disney World Resort area. For this first set of hotels, there again are some really quality options here. You can head to Sanaa for a great meal, you can get a bunch of drinks at Abracadabra, or you can even head up to the California Grill. At the hotels though, there were some pretty noticeable omissions that jumped out to me right away. For example, yes, Sanaa is included, but Bomo and Jiku are not. And the Boardwalk has some fun options, but those do not include Flying Fish or Yachtsman Steakhouse. And perhaps unsurprisingly, Storybook Dining at Artist Point is also excluded. And here's the second half of the rest of the participating hotels in the Walt Disney World Resort area. While there's pretty good options everywhere, I was really impressed with the list of participating locations at the Grand Floridian. You can use your dining promo at Enchanted Rose, at Citricos, and even at Narcoossee's. If you want an all-you-care-to-eat meal, check out dinner at Ohana over at the Polynesian. Or for another fancier dinner option, there's always Topolino's Terrace at Riviera Resort. But again, there were some locations that were excluded that jumped out to me right away. For example, Toledo is not included, which is interesting to me because that's not even a 2 dining credit restaurant. You are allowed to spend your dining promo card at Topolino's Terrace for dinner, a 2 dining credit restaurant, a signature restaurant, but you can't at Toledo, which is not considered signature dining. And over at Saratoga Springs, the Turf Club Lounge is included, but the proper Turf Club Bar and Grill was not included. I thought that was an odd omission. Hoop-Dee-Doo Dinner Show is excluded, Victoria & Albert's is excluded, and Trader Sam's is excluded. Moving over to theme parks, here is where you can use your dining promo card inside of the Magic Kingdom. This is a pretty comprehensive list, it feels close to everything, and you can use your dining promo card even at places like Be Our Guest and Cinderella's Royal Table. From what I could tell, these were the locations that were excluded, and honestly, it does feel a bit random. For example, Storybook Treats is included, but Cheshire Cafe is not. Pecos Bills is included, Cosmic Rays is included, but Columbia Harbor House is not. Energy Bites might be excluded just because it's quite new, perhaps the list hasn't been updated as of the time I was looking at it. But overall, this absent list is pretty short, and you can use your dining promo card at most places in the Magic Kingdom. Over to Epcot, and again, we've got a pretty thorough list here. Of particular interest to me, again, you could use your dining promo card at some more pricey locations. For example, Chefs de France, Le Cellier, and Tepanetto are all included. Also, the Food and Wine Global Marketplace is expressly included. These are the food booths at the Food and Wine Festival. When I was looking at the list, other festival booths were not included, such as Festival of the Arts or Flower and Garden Festival. But I did look at the list while the Food and Wine Festival was ongoing, so perhaps they update the list every season to make it the relevant food booths, I'm not too sure. Excluded locations at Epcot weren't too much of a surprise. In particular, Akershus and Monsieur Paul being excluded is a bummer, but I'm not surprised at all. Connections Cafe and Connections Eatery being excluded, I was pretty surprised at, especially the Starbucks side, as the Starbucks in the other theme parks are included. Again, it may just be that the list hasn't been updated and these will be added eventually. Let's hope for that anyway. Here are your options to use your dining promo card in the Animal Kingdom theme park. Probably most places you would think about eating in the Animal Kingdom are included. Of particular note, in my opinion, Tiffin's is included, as well as its attached Nomad Lounge. The excluded locations of the Animal Kingdom theme park are pretty meh to me. These are smaller, quick service cart type locations. Sure, maybe you can't go grab a popcorn at the most convenient place if it happens to be somewhere on this list, but plenty of other places for you to use your dining promo card in the Animal Kingdom. And finally, for theme parks, we have Hollywood Studios. As we've seen with all the other theme parks, a vast majority of the dining locations in Hollywood Studios are included, and you can use your $150 dining promo card here. There's a lot of great options here across table service and quick service locations. You can use your dining promo card even at the Hollywood Brown Derby or Oga's Cantina. The exclusions here are a little confusing, but mostly inconsequential. For example, Catalina Eddie's is not on the list, even though Fairfax Fair and other similar quick service locations are. Unsurprisingly, the Fantasmic dining package is excluded, but Rodeo Roundup Barbecue is excluded, which I did feel a bit surprised at considering the Hollywood Brown Derby is included. But Roundup Rodeo Barbecue is a newer restaurant, so perhaps again, the list just hasn't been updated yet, and it will migrate its way onto the valid locations list sooner rather than later. Overall, I'd argue that most places you're thinking of eating at Disneyland Resort, Walt Disney World Resort, or the beach resorts in Aulani are probably going to be included. Some of the considerably more pricey places are excluded, like Ama Ama at Aulani or Monsieur Paul in Epcot. But to me, there didn't seem to be a clear pattern. It wasn't like every signature restaurant was excluded. And there definitely were some table service restaurants that definitely are not signature that are not included as a valid location for use of your promo card. Interestingly, at Disneyland Resort, they expressly included what seemed like all of their snack carts, so popcorn carts, lemonade carts, turkey leg carts, etc., and that didn't really seem to be the case at Walt Disney World. But all in all, here's a roundup of the locations at the Walt Disney World Resort that I thought were obviously missing from the valid locations list to use your dining promo card at. If you see any sort of pattern, I would love your insights in the comments down below. I personally just feel stumped. As an existing member, giving my Dream It Forward referral information to a non-member is really straightforward and easy. Then getting a $150 dining promo card as a thanks from Disney is awesome. We'll definitely make use of this on our next trip. To Bill and Christina, good luck to you with your purchases, and thanks for thinking of me for referring you. Limits to referrals were not immediately clear to me in the fine print. Though I do believe existing members giving out referrals can only receive one gift from Disney every year or so. So again, I'm happy to refer you if that would help you out. It's not like I'm gonna be piling on more and more dining promo cards from Disney though. If you're a non-member looking to be referred through Dream It Forward referrals, you can also check the comments down below. There are plenty of existing members, probably who don't have an active gift from DVC, that could refer you potentially as well. That would obviously be subject to whatever everyone's comfortable with in terms of sharing some piece of identifying information to get you that referral. But hey, for a $150 dining card to Disney, people might do it. I hope this has been helpful, and I'm really looking forward to your thoughts about the excluded dining locations at Walt Disney World. If you have any thoughts or questions about the Dream It Forward referral program, leave those in the comments down below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you're here. I hope the rest of your day is magical, and we'll see you real soon at Pixie Dust PhD.